All right, to catch you guys up, we have been having some issues with our batteries. They're not holding a charge. As soon as we unplug, everything dies instantly. I did some troubleshooting and I checked all of the fuses. I checked the bus bar. And so anyway, I went through, I checked absolutely everything, did tons of different scenarios and testing, trying to figure it out. And ultimately, I came down to the batteries. The coached lithium batteries were only showing about 5 volts once I turned everything off. As you can see right here, it says that everything looks good. But as soon as we turn on our 12-volt system, we start getting alarms. See, it's already dropping.
Okay.
So they're not holding a charge. I need to pull them off and see if they have gone into a low battery safe state. So I got to crawl under the van, disconnect the batteries, pull them out, and put them on our new lithium charger that we purchased. So we reached out to Mesa, and we were told that it's going to be 3 months before we can have an appointment with them to even troubleshoot what's going on with our system. I'm fairly confident that it's one of two things. Either first, the batteries have failed and they just need to be replaced. Second would be there's some sort of low battery management safety system inside the batteries that just needs to be reset, and in order to do that we have to pull those out so that we can put them on our new lithium charger and get them to restart. I'll show you guys where the bus bar is for all of the 12-volt system underneath the van. I'm going to actually pull the fuse and then disconnect the leads going to the batteries so they don't get electrocuted. And then I will actually then remove the batteries and disconnect it. So let me grab some stuff. So underneath this little plate right here, this is actually where all the electrical bus bars are for the 12-volt system. So I need to pull this apart first so that I can get to the main fuse. And then eventually the leads to the batteries, which you can see right there. It's gonna be kind of a fun afternoon here trying to get in this. Kind of an awkward angle here, but this is underneath the van. So these are all of the hot leads here. Those are coming from the batteries. Your neutrals are over here and the main fuse is there. So I'm gonna pull one lead off right here so that I can disconnect that fuse, which will then basically prevent it from going to ground, so it hopefully don't get electrocuted. And then these are the leads that go to the batteries, up to the solar charger, and then up inside the van. No, sorry. Green goes in the van, and then these, I think blue and yellow go to the batteries. I gotta double check that. But I gotta disconnect all that stuff. And it's really dusty and windy underneath here, so kinda gross. But I am a little surprised that they put all this bus bar stuff underneath. Most of the time I've seen them inside the vans, so I'm not sure why they did that, but anyway, time to get to work. Oh my God, they got that thing on there tight. I can hear it buzzing.
What?
That means it's arcing.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. Just don't want to touch that. Okay. So I'm assuming that's solar. Yeah, that goes up through there. I think that's solar, which is where the power's coming from. So I disconnected that, but I don't need to, I don't think. Let's do that. Okay. All right. First wire disconnected. All right, we got to crawl up to the front to the first battery. Well, kind of here. Let me see. It kind of tight. Okay, so here you can see you got the little bolts, and it looks like there's this track right here, so I can undo these bolts, and then this is like a tray that the battery sits in, and that's great, right? I should be able to loosen that and just slide the battery up and out. However, on this side, which is really tough to see, you can see there's bolts here that I have to take out completely, which kind of sucks because that means that there's a set of bolts back here against this rear axle. So fun times here under the van.
This is my job. Grabbing the camera from Bob. Oh.
It's kind of annoying being underneath here because I can see all the stuff that's like falling apart from when we've like driven down roads and stuff. Like here's a hose clamp, no bolts, no nothing. What the hell's that for? It's like it's supposed to be securing the cables down, or at least clamp it together to hold this together. There's another clamp up here, self-tapping screw, just, you know, hanging out, doing nothing. I actually have to jack the van up, see if I can get this axle to sag just a couple of inches so that I can get to these bolts a little bit easier. So I guess I gotta get out from underneath here.
You're dirty.
Well, it's what's underneath the van. Whew. Okay, let's give this a try. Oops. Oh, hey, would you look at that? I kind of feel like I got the first one done the hard way, which, you know, that's the opportunity to learn. Oh God, I literally can't move my face. One down, one to go. All right, on to the second one. That one was really heavy. I learned a few lessons the hard way on that one. There's a few things that hopefully this one will go a little bit easier, but we'll see. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That one's working out much better.
How we doing?
I mean, if you mean like, there's an old saying, between a rock and a hard place. I think I'm in the hard place, but there's no rocks. Well, except for the rocks on the ground. Oh my goodness. You're free. It's free. Oh my God. It's in my face. Ugh. Well, that's done.
Is it gonna be harder to put them back on?
Oh, for sure.
Oh no.
This battery is like deformed. Looks like they over tightened it. Thor, if you're watching, you crushed the battery. You can see it's bowed right here. Over tightened it. This one's same thing right here. It's actually like pushed down in.
It is.
And then it's bowed right here because they put that clamp on, and man, they gave her everything they got. Made it as tight as possible. It's not going anywhere. I'll give you credit for that.
And for anyone new here or new to our channel and this is the first video you're watching of us, we do not claim to be professionals. We literally are just your average, like, people that bought a van and have had crazy issues with it and are trying to fix it as on our own as we can. Otherwise, this thing would be in the shop all the time. We probably wouldn't have gotten to take it on many trips if Bob wasn't so handy and able to fix things as we go. Fingers crossed that he's gonna be able to fix this problem this time, because we literally have no idea if he can. We've never done this before. He's never done this before, so it's a learning experience that our goal is to just take you guys along and learn with us. Again, we're not professionals. Do not try this at home. We're just trying to figure RV life out.
We have cleaned up underneath the van, put everything away, made everything safe, secured all the wires so that if we had to drive it or move it, we could. So now we're gonna plug these in, leave them overnight. I have a dedicated 15 amp circuit in my garage that I'm going to plug our charger into and then leave it on our battery and see what happens. It says off. So do I select the mode first? I should probably read the instructions. Step 1, plug it in. I did that. Step 2, select your mode. If anybody's ever done this before, I wish you were here so that you could tell me exactly what I need to do, but I guess I'll have to figure it out. So it says about 6 hours to charge. Repair mode function to repair old, weak, or idle batteries. We're gonna give that a try. So now what? Negative? I followed the instructions. Connect AC power. I did that. Everything's good. It says off. Choose your mode. I did. Repair. How do you turn it on? I thought this thing was supposed to be smart. Connect to the battery. The charger will automatically recognize the battery voltage and select 12 or 24. I'm confused. Take 2. So let's do this. We'll unplug it, disconnect, plug it back in. Our mode is correct. Black, red.
Ooh, spark.
Got nothing out of that one.
Should we ask Keith? Oh, that one sparks.
That's normal. Like, that's what I would expect to mean, meaning that there's something alive in there. That one looks like it's completely dead. I don't know, but why doesn't it jump to like anything? It doesn't like automatic. It says here, connect the battery. The charger will automatically recognize the battery's voltage and select 12 or 24 volts. So you can see right here, 12 volt.
Okay.
So I'm fairly confident that that one is. This one, on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like am I missing something?
What are we doing here, boys?
We're gonna try a different charger.
We're gonna try a fancy. I've got this RC charger that actually is programmable to essentially any voltage, any wattage, well, amperage, I should say. So battery charger.
So watch this, right? So I hook this side on, then I hook this side. It doesn't recognize it.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be smart.
This is off.
That's just for your different like charging methods.
Okay. So
So
it doesn't acknowledge it.
so then I come over to this one. So there's some life in that one, but it does not recognize it either.
Have you put the meter on the batteries at all?
No, that would make way too much sense.
Let's at least see what the batteries
Guys,
are showing.
this is Keith, our neighbor. Bob brought in reinforcements.
We need them.
Makes any sense.
So this is saying 8 volts.
Okay, so this one you might be able to bring back to life. This one here.
This one. I get all sorts of goofiness. 6 volts.
Okay, so there's still something coming out of this.
I went like this, and it goes beep.
What?
Take it off. What the heck?
So,
What are you in?
checking amps.
That makes no sense. Do that again.
Is this dangerous? Should I not be in here?
I think this charger needs to go back.
Okay. We're gonna, before that decision is officially made, let's move this guy over here.
Okay.
Select valve. Press and hold enter button to start.
No battery detected.
Battery is not detected. Battery is not detected.
So essentially what that means is the amperage and the voltage is too low. So it won't acknowledge the battery from that standpoint as is existing.
Yeah.
So when it will replicate the same on both batteries. What's
Yep.
interesting though is, so it must be the amperage is too low because obviously the voltage is still there.
Right.
So there's no amperage, there's no guts left in it. So when we put the meter on it, it shows about what, 9?
Yeah, 9 volts,
About 9 volts
on this
on
one
this.
and 6 volts on this one.
So when we did the amperage off of my meter, it was, do you remember?
Was it like 3 amps over there and then 1 amp over here?
Something about like that, something around that. Here's this. Okay. Amperage DC, which obviously there's no draw, so the numbers will be a little skewed, but so about 3,
3 amps.
just under 3. Okay, and then this one over here, negative and positive, about 1.5. So then when we go back up to just checking the voltage, this one's pulling just under half. It's 6.2. I know it says 12.8, but these will overcharge to about 13 something usually, sometimes up to 14 depending on the battery type. This one's looking at about 7.5. It's just slowly kind of going down.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. Obviously the risk with the LiFos, just
Yep.
Yeah, we'll put these on the side of the house just in case there's a problem. And then we'll actually get a hold of Mesa, see if they can maybe replace them under warranty.
Well, and you said you would just take them in.
Yeah, we'll just take them in. But I want to call them and make sure, like, I don't want to just show up with them and have them say no.
Yeah.
And then the other option would be I'll actually reach out to the manufacturer and see if I can maybe get them covered that way under
Yeah.
warranty.
Yeah.
Because I think these have, if I remember right, when we purchased it, I think it was 10-year warranty, which I thought was pretty ridiculous.
wow.
But
That's
We'll see. We don't know.
substantial.
yeah, or maybe it was 5 or 10. I can't remember exactly, but either way,
It's only been 1 year.
they should be covered.
And as
Even
kind of
if-
we had some chats earlier, the concern that I have most for you guys is there's an underlying issue.
Yep.
These shouldn't have just gone bad. So something caused them to go bad. So that's going to be your real
We'll have
your
to
real hunt.
dig into that because we could have a ghost electrical problem that's something's not working properly.
Allowing them to discharge past their safety rate.
Yep.
Which,
Should we call Thor also?
yes, if I remember right, was his name Chad that we talked to?
I don't remember. It's in an email.
But we'll have to reach out to Thor and see if we can find.
So we're reaching out to Thor, La Mesa. These
And-
Life Pro batteries.
Yeah.
Is that who makes them?
Rion,
Okay.
Lion.
Rely on battery.
Okay.
There you go.
We're not relying
There's a
on them.
website.
Well, may not be the battery's fault. It may be something underlying
Yeah.
that caused the batteries to fail,
True.
which is a much
Just-
bigger issue.
Yeah, just that's concerning.
Very concerning.
I agree.
So.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
let's move these to the side of the house. Stay tuned until we figure out what we're going to do next.